Hey guys, welcome back to Genshin Waves. I started the stream 20 minutes earlier, but there was a power outage. I kind of uh, hidden that 20 minutes of stream, so let's start again. Uh, as you guys know that Genshin 6.1 is live. Rerir, I don't know how it's pronounced, but he's out there and he's a big threat for not cry, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. We also know that Columbina, who is kind of a harbinger and moon goddess, her powers are kind of diminishing. So we'll see what's gonna happen exactly. Whether Rare is gonna do some irreplaceable damage or what's gonna happen. Let's see. I'm done with my setup here. Let's just make the chat visible.
I can
Okay.
barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable.
He's not seriously. Everyone's here already.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike, but it's like he just vanished into thin air. No one has seen him, that is, until...
And we're sure that. Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Rerir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a
There wasn't a shred of sanity left.
Yeah, didn't he? Oh,
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage.
yeah. Unless something.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover their...
Beats me.
According to certain medical...
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses, and we'd still, besides his name.
Exactly. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't So, if we do nothing, last time we had...
Well, I do. Somewhere like the Eye of...
A perfectly reasonable...
I agree. We should...
Wait, why he see?
If I recall correctly...
That's right. Yes, it could.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But, and if we do run it? That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run.
Agreed.
All right. We'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa. Let's go.
This is where we kind of got paused the last time. So let's see what's gonna happen next. And as we guessed, there is a big threat out there.
Bring it! Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like he's a ghost. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather face him head on than be left hanging. So, you guys didn't find anything either? Not loving the word either. How about you, Flints?
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I got to his place, he was already gone. Almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that or he's just extremely cautious and doesn't stay in one place for long.
He's been biding his time for a while now. The question is, where or what is his next
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had plenty of chances to take it.
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Darn it, Rerir. If you've got the guts, come face me one-on-one! Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it! I swear—
No, it's coming. Silver Moon Hall! The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick!
Hmm.
Why is he attacking the damn select? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now, you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon, I will find a way.
Watch out!
Find them. Even if it means turning this place to ashes.
Man, that scene was awesome.
That was too close. We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a question. When me and Anefa showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about?
We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived. Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly, we had no choice but to step in.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess?
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. The list goes on, but right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location being discovered is close to 100%.
A counter-strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase... No, I can't say that. Come...
Running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still...
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to make your...
Wait, what?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home. So you needn't...
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not ours.
Yeah, we can't. Besides, she'd pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking.
Rerir's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Muskutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But...
Kutar, I know why you left. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings, and if it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now. Very well then.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the moon god?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so. Rejected by the world. My power is dwindling, like a lake cut off from its source, slowly shrinking away. Now, it has almost run dry.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength. The 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the Frost Moon, I cannot wield the powers of the other 2, yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to restore my strength by drawing Kuvaki from the eternal moon's marrow. But this method of recovery is painfully slow. If only we could find the...
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party, which means Rerir won't be far behind.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here!
Close your eyes.
Insulation chamber. With one heart, we pray.
They just keep coming! It's driving me nuts!
Rerir's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Kutar's house to escape! on much longer.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Feel the dark. Observe. Night falls.
Preparing for dusk.
Being done.
Close your eyes.
By the thrust of my hold, receive my blessing.
The long sleep fast.
Cleanup begins initiated.
Leave this place with one heart in faith.
Annihilation mode. Defensive mode engaged. Ultimatum protocol.
Look, the rainbow!
Beware the creatures of the night. Be silent. Observe.
Left is the
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
How are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that...
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time to waste.
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network, aka the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Nodcry, but they've got contacts in every nation. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally, it's secure. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe this is the first time we... Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But...
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest, you already know.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nodcry? Why has the Wild Hunt returned in humanoid form? And why is it after you?
That's a long long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Nodcry is the work of the Rerir of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. That's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry. You stood with us against the wild hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then, the one time you're away, it all comes to a head and all your hard work gets undone.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean...
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rerir is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. That said, while I was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nodcryan Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, it served its purpose. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Rerir of Solnari. Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So...
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state, let alone with his power still growing.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest. And the Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. Enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting...
The iridescent moon, the last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the Iridescent Moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets beyond our understanding.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the Iridescent Moon's marrow?
I know a way, but... we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying we need to involve Marionette?
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rerir's end goal. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Rerir of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kutar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry has a clue. And she has info coming out of her.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with
Ah, she heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details. Miss Neffer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Nodcry. We can't do this without the Curatorium. But I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Neffer? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And...
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course, I know where the meeting place...
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble. Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
So you're just going to...
Why should I get involved? What could
What if we told you we can't...
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. If there's any way we can...
This is why I'm always telling you you have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, Flint's. That fragment that Rerir was after.
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait! You actually have some...
Shh. This is...
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. And that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so someone will have... I'm in for this part.
No, count me in.
Come off it, you two. I'm way ahead of you here. And Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Krumkake craft shop. Anyone who's in, follow once they're ready. We'll deploy the decoys across Nodcry, so as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track you down.
I like it. G.
No biggie.
All right then. We'll split into... Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Just...
Lady Damselette. Wait. And you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressing your luck. Don't blame us for doing what we have to.
You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Zandrone.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all—
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
I like
No,
Marianote
really.
the best, man.
Zandrone
Androne.
seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
I think we are gonna see Arlecchino as well in this. Dorian and Albedo will be also
So
there.
tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What?
Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nodcry?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... what is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of
I bet you served them the worst tea you have.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than a multi-centenarian goddess who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react?
Well, duh. Why else? What? Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again. Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia, have Favronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I... The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. I get why you left. And frankly, but if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real. That might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little.
Huh? What do you...
Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
Huh. You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in a weapons... Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get a... Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation.
I know.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. Come on then, Mr. Rerir. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top.
Okay, I think Rare of Solaris is really powerful, man.
Polonia! Get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey! Over here!
Curse it. Moon, go. Keep searching. She cannot have...
Okay, Rerir is really powerful, man. Kind of
So
demolished
this
the
is your
whole
method for investigating
experimental
Rerir's
bureau.
past. It almost looks like some kind of ceremony.
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you're used to with the Frost Moon Scion.
Whoa! First time? Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor?
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned.
Whenever we wish. But I've never faced Rerir myself. But from what I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets.
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to ask myself if the power I'm relying on will even work on an opponent of this caliber. And also how to make sure I come out of this. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be. So it's important to consider how to spend what lifespan we have left.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against... Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious fate. That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I was completely lost and sold me a neat... Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere.
Who they are talking
I'll
about.
be right back.
Dory, I think.
Hey.
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awake...
Dory Sangama Bay?
If you want to make it big in Notcry, it's all about connections. Lady, it was back when I first arrived in Notcry. My trusty assistant, and wouldn't you know it, that's when I suddenly find I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends plus any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble. I've got everything you could possibly need, and
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient at the very least. I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf
You're...
a powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but look, if you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly...
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll over?
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, this is for my personal...
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation.
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care.
See you later! You're...
Excellent. Everything is well and after initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. So remember, Now then, let us peer into the Rerir of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be simple furnishings, table and looks like the fearsome Rerir of Solnari came unless this passed for luxury in Conry. Anyway.
Hi, Rerir. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about it, but if he invites me again...
The Lindis. That's the same...
Grain imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it.
Making a big purchase. A professional. No, despite what he's become, it seems... Did Rerir rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart, the burial place of a fallen moon, a withered, windless grove where the waters rested forever. It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away. That it could still beat to the rhythm of...
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of the burial place of a...
Rerir! Over here!
Dane! Oh, and, Vedelson here?
What? Hello there, Rerir. You need not address me so formally outside of court.
He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves it.
So, what are we discussing?
Hey.
Come on, don't give us that.
Who'd have thought?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle.
Yeah. If you told me...
So, are you planning?
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the...
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I'm a member of the King's Guard.
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me.
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved?
It's nothing. Vedifulnir, Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary, and said to possess a wisdom far beyond the reach of any ordinary. And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's blades? Why did he react so strongly? Was it really to do with what we were talking about?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this perfectly normal. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling.
Felindis? You're back early.
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been? Aw, why the long face?
Went for a drink with Dane in the up.
Isn't that a...
Vedifulnir showed up today, too. You know, Dainslift's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vedifulnir. Yes, I've heard of him.
He overheard Dainslift mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an issue with it. But...
So, you're worried? We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be... I'm sure someone in his position... You worry too much, Rerir. We've been together for ages.
So...
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just...
All right. Nobodies. Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. And I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even considered what becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf. Can he ever find... Felindis? It's nothing. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together.
See? You just need to stay positive. I can feel your warmth. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will...
You go ahead. I just have a few things...
Even busier than the big shots, huh? Bye.
Relax. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain.
Well, that goes without saying. Besides, they're two completely different things.
All right. Why don't...
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Let's dig a little...
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Rerir of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon, and 67 accomplices.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be over. Conria has no further need for a dead moon. but alas.
That's not entirely true. Much about the crypt, many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day.
You still haven't told her what you really...
Where would I even... How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous. Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in...
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very... Take care, Rerir of Solnari.
Thanks, Thorkel. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you. The Moonlit Dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now with the sun shining, could that be why Vedalfnir held back? I have to get a clear answer from him.
Rerir seems to be very Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the visionary, and I've investigated this whole area now. Should I try somewhere else?
So, he's late after all. Just you wait, Rerir.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I...
Oh, sure.
Thank you. What?
For someone...
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes.
You're...
May we have a word in
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately. Not long ago, the Rerir of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds.
Sorry, I don't know why...
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir.
What did...
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a...
Why are you
Simple.
How strange. Rerir couldn't possibly know what happened. Why would her memory... The ceremony won't last much longer.
A lot of information has come out.
So that was your doing? Did you just...
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could... I gotta admit, though,
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony... Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. Especially the group with the Traveler.
If you're worried about them, go see...
If I know Boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and...
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the... Oh, that's never gonna work. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rerir. And once he knows we're here, it will... Oh, guess... Quick, hide! We almost got spotted! Phew, that was a close call. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle. Oh, they're so into these things.
Fire.
Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
Oh, Arlecchino is here.
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power. Freedom comes at a heavy price.
It's Arlecchino! You can't!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
It's been a while.
Stupid Rerir of stupid Solnari. Ugh, whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished. He sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a...
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Wait a minute. I recognize...
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
Huh. How considerate of her. Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that cat girl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Then let's start. You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourself.
I'm just guessing as to whether Zhongli or Raiden Shogun would have done something. Or Venti, in fact. I'm not sure, man.
Try and stop me!
I think Natlan would not have been able to do something about Rerir for sure. I'm not sure about other nations. I think Kumedo will also suffer.
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nipper?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy us some time.
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent a...
I see. Then let's get right into it. But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I...
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcry, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling.
A Fatui Har...
The atmosphere in here just got really tense.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put...
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I... That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with as a gesture of good faith. I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's be...
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the but she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers, after all. One look and you can tell she's...
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was a
The dregs of the Crimson Moon.
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it. And now...
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rerir of Solnari to secretly... In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, what's the matter?
Verfnir, Rhine-daughter, Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancé of his?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Thelindis.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like Thelindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though.
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure blood oh yeah. Just like how it would...
If we could somehow find...
It's possible. But it would take a miracle. That merchant who never knows. Dory-san.
All right, then. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together.
I'll head back to the Curatorium.
Feels good knowing we've all got Given that the wild hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything...
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Stay safe, everyone.
I think the backup is during.
We're back. Did we get here a little...
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, everything going smoothly on you?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys again. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired. Oh, right. Ineffa,
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate it, but according to Flint's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Notcry in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at—
Flint's. With everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Notcry are— I know. I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. And Effa and I will head back over to Amsfarnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I?
Database updated.
What is...
They were...
it's the obvious.
We already decided that Ineffa should go investigate the situation. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully...
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, how do you—
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds Flame.
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't—
Your surprise is understandable. I was up, but the more I thought about it, the more— When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power— Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. But once I became a harbinger, together with my own investigations over the past few years, for instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption—
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far.
Whew.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else?
Paimon has a question. So, does that mean that the Carians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent— Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead—
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar, and when I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the—
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon. Anyway, time is against us here. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain—
That's right. For now, the iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession—
Deal. Then let's get started.
Give started.
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Perrin. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphan.
Beyond the bounds of this world?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual. Telling the book leaves much unsaid. But I suspect that this was their way of...
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a...
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere?
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between... Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In short, I can open a pass. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. So I won't be able to come with you. Very well. Then I'll open...
Traveler, spare me a little more... Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice, as you're crossing over, no matter...
Got it!
I sense a sinister gloom inside. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend, who is...
Rev the engines!
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains. Iridescent moon. Was this true?
Careful! There's something spooky, but... Paimon's right back. Hurry up, Grassa! By the way, Columbina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole, Paimon. How is that possible?
Party setup. Let's have this one for now.
Like I thought. It was only a facade.
Running late again. Time to roll.
Rise with the sun! Bring it!
Show no mercy. Ooh, heads up! It's justice o'clock. Hurry up, Brassa!
Huh? Huh? For real? That's weight?
No. I'm not sensing any. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the... Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some...
Oops.
Looks like a device from the time of Karia.
Light it up!
Yeah! Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms...
Felindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks.
Felindis? Is that Rerir's girlfriend? Oh, yeah.
The Abyss has made this space extreme. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were
Whenever I see this view, waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, for me, of all people, to be here investigating the...
Running late again. Charge!
Oh, looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Eat Lolline, eat Papa, get him! Fulfill our pact!
Rise with the sun! Wrath from the sky! Burn it down!
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking... If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can find...
Try and stop me!
Take cover behind the rocks!
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Rerir. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness. If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal!
She's not.
Melissa's voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
It must be. For within it, I sense...
Then there's no time to lose!
Rev the engines!
She's not that innocent, I think. There has to be something. Some complexity involved, otherwise this wouldn't have spiraled that out of control.
These things are so creepy! Oh, looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow.
Light it up! Let the mountain's veins boil!
Same party.
The iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
Rise with the sun! Bring it! You two! Time to end them! Bring it! Try and stop me! Show no mercy!
Hang in there! We're so close! Hurry up, Grassa! Ultimate Flying Kick!
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still burning away like an undying... If we can purify the abyssal power within... So... Is it you? Are you here?
Huh? Are you talking to us?
At long last, I can see you once more. Our fates have crossed, and I am finally free. I'm sorry, I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart. As death drew near, the moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades. My thoughts tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed... You look so positive. But trust me when I say...
What was that all about? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend.
Perhaps. She took me for a fading soul like hers.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moons. All right, time to leave this place.
That's it? No fight?
That's odd. This place looks
It will show us no mercy.
Give it back! The Crimson House! My marrow! My heart! Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise. What are you waiting for?
Oh, wait, is that you, Arlecchino? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
Oh...
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well?
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From...
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return. Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina, are you okay?
I'm fine. Our powers are a little at odds, that's all.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned. At least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge Rerir. Just one more ray of moonlight. It's okay. I can...
How about now?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before. I want to see him gone from Notcry.
Well, it's good to have something. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality. Just like...
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to... But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as Rerir.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated... All right, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone.
Yeah,
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character.
Okay.
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely complete this, but let's take a break, 2 minutes break.
Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
Yeah, let's start.
Hurry up, Grassa! Oh, do you think the others are making good progress? Hope it's all going smoothly. Oh, hey look! They made it back as well! Prince! Llama! How did all go?
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so they won't be joining us for now.
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a while either.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Flynn.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors.
We meet again. How I've...
Albedo! What are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. When they told me they were Servarkus, and given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already acquainted.
So, who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see.
It's nice to meet you.
Wait a sec!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human.
Wow! You look so different!
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always...
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now!
Personally, I think when people call her Little Paimon, it's just because...
You're absolutely right, man.
Anyway, speaking of long journey...
She's been catching up with old friends.
Uh-oh. People are talking...
Judging from your expressions,
It's getting crowded here. I'll go...
No need. This is a...
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and... I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the form...
I understand.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left.
Are you saying we're about to run out of...
As a matter of fact, I am.
I'm getting a feeling that this is not gonna end well for Columbina.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues. Though it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague too?
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deanslip, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know...
Let's hear what he has...
Note to self, once Paimon knows your name...
When he comes looking for us, it's usual...
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our...
As the saying goes, the end... Though, I can't promise the same for every...
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varkas
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, He's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now.
I wonder what's taking Nefer.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If any...
I just got back from the curatorium.
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering it under such circumstances...
Oh, but it's fine for me.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability.
Impressive. She barely fought back at all.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough. The trick in life is to always pitch in with other...
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like...
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before... Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Truth be told, I can't remember.
You're not alone there, my friend.
I don't...
Itlua's a good apple. I'll give him that.
So you're... Come on.
Sorry.
Let's just keep this between ourselves.
That goes without saying.
Anyone else in the know?
It's dangerous being too...
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon, Barbados...
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds.
Of course. Just as long...
Is there something you...
Yeah, for starters.
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall that...
You do have a point there. Oh yeah, you'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Want to tag along with us? You never know. We might get a group discount.
Sure.
Great! And in return, we can get Dane's...
If that's what you had in mind, you...
Oh, okay then. Anyway, since we're all here to...
Indeed.
You're both awfully quiet. Have either of you ever had your portrait painted?
That sounds like a lovely idea.
I dabble a...
He's an excellent painter. Table...
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance...
I'll bear that in mind.
Oh, whatever style feels...
Very well.
You can replicate any
I can try.
Thank you.
I don't know why Genshin has put up that segment.
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading...
So much...
Not so loud! We're on a roll here. What if she
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local... Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerir's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. Over here, we have Mr. Flints, a Ratnik and guardian of the abandoned land. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden, and then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion.
Wow! That's a lot of people!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so,
You think I haven't got enough on my hands at...
That would be me, Miss Nefer.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like...
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case...
It's my...
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an...
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Rerir of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance.
Really? Then you must have been quite an...
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends. What am I missing here?
I'll tell you everything I know. The history. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The 5 sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. The foul, Sertologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Rerir of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the 5, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time? The more detail you can give me, the better.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me, like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned, each striking towards our separate targets. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man, working for the Conrian Intelligence Service. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will tell you more about him. Enough, I hope, to help you plan your next move.
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your...
Hey, enough with the wisecrack!
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought.
Before that, there's a...
Now that we've united the hearts of the 3 moons, you're...
I believe you've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Rerir of
Kutar.
Defeating the Rerir of Solnari will be no easy task.
Naturally.
We've considered several viable plans now. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experience is given Albedo's expertise in alchemy? I think we should leave him to try.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer.
So you're placing all your...
We can't thank you and...
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment.
Ladies, please. I must...
I almost don't want...
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer.
Oh? And what makes you so
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep...
Look at them getting along.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere...
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hope...
Anyway, Mr. Dainsliff, let's talk. And Traveler.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting...
Hate this...
Why?
Quite the opposite.
A lot is supposed to happen now, I guess.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsliff get a room at the hotel.
That's very Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rerir's past. And you see, we spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to...
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why...
That's because we know what you're capable of.
That's one way to put it. All right, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rerir's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, the reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter... Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interest... Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are...
Good luck,
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation.
So, Paimon...
Good.
So, did Mr. Dainsliff tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rerir kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the...
But surely you're not planning...
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse?
Well, as long as... All right.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body close your... Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. According to Dainsliff, Rerir used to be an intelligence operative. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rerir? He looks even gloomier than last time.
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook, neutralized. This one should be archived under... Female, 23. Neutralized. Another one for Sounds like she was that other man's dog. Male, neutralized. Just another nobody for the... Come to think of it, I remember... Female, 16. Occupation, not neutralized. Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None. Female, 13. Occupation, none. Neutralized and... Filed. Male, neutralized. Male.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate... Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts. Mr. Vedifalnir?
Rerir, I trust you.
Forgive me. Tell me.
It is indeed within my power to foresee.
I was just thinking.
That isn't a lie. Ever since that day we met for drinks...
Does it feel...
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. You fear my silence.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple. The burden of prophecy.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies?
Or rather, our king as he wants...
You're closer to his majesty than I am.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak...
You are so... Why?
You make a fair point. Very well then, let me offer you some advice. And I say this, for many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again.
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look. His name is Rerir.
What did he...
Cruel irony, isn't it?
Why are you telling...
Simple. I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would...
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last?
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty is long... You think that alone is reason enough?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon. Just like me.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty.
Persuade the Vinster. Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? The Vinster King. A blind fool. his eyes clouded by power. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it.
The Rerir of that really is quite a secret, but who am I to talk? Love should be built on honesty. Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't, Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why but I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold, no matter who.
Huh? Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out. Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be. So many have died already. And they say that the king's mad. We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to... Thelindis!
Sorry. I heard you, though. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt...
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives.
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk...
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. For now, don't come looking for me.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us...
I won't speak in his defense. Nor can... Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape...
You called...
I've got a job, and there's still money coming.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground's just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all? Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. Pray once it's a thing.
How about no one's gonna try to find that in your hands?
My work is clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open or board, though. The king just happens to need you right now. What if he doesn't?
That won't happen.
We've changed. Ever since we fell into the spell of that power. In the beginning, we had to take out a handful of those people. Now,
The ones I dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
It all adds up.
you know why Columbus didn't accept your proposal. Was it because he didn't trust you? Or something else?
Thelindis, do you still remember
Orla?
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers?
Yes, we did. What about...
He was arrested. I just don't get it. After everything he's done, why do you still... Or does it mean nothing to you that people can...
No, that's not...
I need to go now, Thelindis. If you ever...
Author, Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of all subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving more problematic. No progress whatsoever. Things are getting worse by the day, but... if all this research comes to nothing, what that... But could he really bring himself... No. Sure.
This is not gonna end well, I think.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? Today's files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Thelindis? No. No. Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of just... Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. No. This cannot go on. This...
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful, but... if you let me go, you won't be able to...
Good point.
No, please! I just want to see the
Go on living?
Yes.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? But remember, don't let anyone...
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifalnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
And that voice used to be so unclear. But now, he won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps... Tell me then! What will this moment of opportunity... And... no answer.
So, the Eclipse dynasty was purging. Well, the king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria and it looks like this Thelindis. Rerir's would-be fiancé. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King and why does Vedderfanir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's time for something a bit... We've been inside Rerir's mind. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only... Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir
Rerir, are you there? Hey, Rerir! Come...
Dane?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain it.
Okay.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we?
You might ask your blade that same... The word on the street is that Sertologi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs...
Oh, we can certainly discuss that.
Robtatir, what brings you...
Why, Daneslif, of course. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindaughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment. And by far the most... Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy when he...
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Of course, no job. And as for Veit, in missing out on the presidency, he's done...
You're all here. I apologize.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentence.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Daneslif...
It's my brother, Vedderfanir. After he spoke at the court this morning...
Vedafulnir in prison? Strange. Does this mean the king's circle of trust?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas.
And also because you're slimy. Vedafulnir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclined...
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be had?
Dane, what do you plan?
Rescue Vedafulnir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storm...
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif.
You've been...
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedafulnir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation, my blade will force the king to...
So, Vedafulnir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel, the extent of his majesty's madness is now all too clear. You have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me.
A letter of pardon? For whom? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for any... This black fog over the... Another mystery.
Author Thalindis, over the course of this week, the research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding Moon Marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow lab. The Universitas Magistrum. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes, and I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And
Okay, this is getting a bit boring now.
This is for you. I heard you're gonna...
The Lindis.
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and... You never saw him, and I don't know what he did.
What if he finds out that you...
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or does.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't... Logically, I should be scared of... But enough about that.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep...
A red moon?
That's right. Our moon.
I promise.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. No matter how...
The hell, man? am I supposed to do? If I go here, 3, here, no, this won't work. If I go here, I'm not able to go to this place. Oh, yeah.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who...
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of...
If you have any love left for justice in your...
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedafulnir. Stay safe.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade.
This place is filthy. Found you. Hello. Surprised?
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance.
I'm curious.
It wasn't a prophecy. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions.
But he didn't listen. Dane asked for my help. The court...
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future...
Forgive my curtness, Vedafulnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without a trap. There are things the king does not want to see.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right up until...
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could...
I sense hatred in you. But also hope. But this is not the end. There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you... Is that a dagger? Interesting.
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt...
Of course not.
We could be.
But you mean you're...
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it.
In matters of fate, answers are either right or that is the cruelest...
That... I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head. Urging me... You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to...
My voice? So, you hear it too? The voice that steals your mind. It turns out that we are not...
Vedifalnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd...
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must for as long as you live. Your story with Thelindis shall not... It is up to you whether you believe my words.
I will.
Thank you for setting me free.
Just then, a strange wave of energy...
If I were you, I would head to the
Universitas.
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other.
Whatever Vedifalnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him. Monsters? Is this Rhindaughter's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way! The Universitas. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around this. But if they were ever gonna activate...
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me!
That sounded like an explosion. What other means does the king have at his disposal? And given it's a major center of abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas...
Hear the echoes of the valley!
He's lolling! He's Papa! Get him! Light of the blazing sun! Try and stop me!
Letting brave names echo!
Headbutt! Justice o'clock! Running late again.
Monsters at the universe. Oh no, it's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded. I'm done for. Is it... Ah! Stay back!
What's that?
Rerir! So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Thelindis? No, don't do it! Thelindis! Thelindis!
I told you, Rerir. Let her go.
do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rerir, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
Rerir. Rerir.
Felindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. I will find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker... Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get... In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. His past is filled with sorrow, but the... Everyone, I'm back. Can I...
Never! She's fine.
Yes, you will have seen the events of Rerir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by...
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him. However, I would not consider Rerir to be a nobody.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this...
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to...
Cool! So...
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. Yehoda?
Yes, boss!
That's more like it. For a moment...
Forgive my curiosity, but...
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that, in any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. There's nothing I dislike more than up... Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not...
I'm sorry, what did you hear me say?
Wait, how long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong?
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow...
Hallucinated? But...
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone.
So you control everything in here?
More or less.
Has anything like this?
Only once. It was...
Is there any similarity between what happened then?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent.
Is there anything I can...
The first clause of your contract clearly states that...
Meaning, you're not...
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chest said it...
Boss, it's fine.
Oh, listen to you.
What?
Yes, really. Where would I ever...
Well, anyway... I suggest everyone finds some... Even though all this you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue, just because...
Don't I have the bet?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow...
Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused. You have my word that I... This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour.
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all—
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose...
What do you mean, loose chain?
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinue's been up to recently?
Get in his good books? What?
I've written a new song.
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay...
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up my...
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle Wretched.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner.
Spoils of war. Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back. Which means...
We have a well again!
That's right. I found a new one and brought back...
If it wasn't for these blasted...
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be lead... You know how prosperous our... But things are looking...
So you're the...
Special ambassador, they call it. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here...
So... Do you get any...
Of course.
Aren't they kind of stretching out just a bit? Or maybe I've been live for quite some time. I should take a break and do this tomorrow. I don't know. Okay, I will wait for two
That's
cuts.
our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone
I'll
from chief
check
to
two
thief,
cutscenes.
and now you have to
If
face the
this doesn't end,
consequences.
Did you really think you could take our
I'll
water
do
without
this later.
permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or...
And that special you're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert... There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, Chief of the Shimti Tribe. This is my second time writing to you. I assume I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked. Praise the gods. You told me to write to you. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. It's the only way I can convince them that this was the Academia's decision. This is an emergency.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. They're...
Ah, officer. Welcome. I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable libation. This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer. The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. So, where are you?
Nowhere special.
What about the...
Just the one. Correct.
So, no brothers?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brother.
All right, get over here. Sign your name. Never.
Okay, this is going to take a while, I think. Just covering the whole story of Nefer, I think.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through them.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware.
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I...
A weak student?
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed.
You see? Sharp as they come. You see things the way...
Because of where I come from.
I'm sorry, Nefer. Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions. What's the other one?
I wanted to check if someone sent me...
Ah, your family wrote to you.
Not exactly.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a... Whatever you're looking for, that...
Okay, got it.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly,
Hey, you're a great teacher. And you do... It's not just the Academia, either. The whole...
Oh, my dear...
I haven't. I just think that... This must be it. Let's take a... A dilapidations. This one was never... Who was it addressed to? This one... In clinical terms, for example, this seems like something... Wait, the note says, the sender authored this letter. This next one is addressed to... A few words of protest. In recent years, the Academia, however, it appears to me that these students have, as well as education, is as grand sage. I do hope you... Great, and the sender is... So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Whatever. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it. I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down. Wait.
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe. I don't know how well you remember. In my tribe, the Shimti tribe, this brings me to my there was a terrible sandstorm. The Eob and Unut. I found a well. When we met, that aside, we have next to no resources here in the desert.
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. And you were so you swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You liar. And who fell for it? I think I'll take over from here. I just came to say goodbye.
Nefer?
I'm quitting. Something's come up.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity.
It was. But it doesn't matter. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense.
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown?
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are... It's not worth much. Keep it.
But Nefer...
All right, that's all from...
Don't forget me, okay?
Yeah, I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and as for remembering her, I have far too much. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador,
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced...
So...
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to be...
You're not wrong, but I'm...
Of course not. I came to bring you some records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say...
Don't get greedy. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force.
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to I hope I am
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play...
I assure you, you see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been... And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway?
All right, I take your point. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed.
Gladly. So let's indulge in a few...
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken... What?
Well, don't just stand there.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the...
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal...
I don't...
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with...
No! Please, Ambassador, that well is off.
Glad to hear it.
If there is a traitor...
Wow. All it took was a few words.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia...
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. So let me ask you, Chief.
Kill them all.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in... At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen...
We have our own rules.
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but natural. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. Let me be clear. The Academia...
Say no more.
Good. Then You see, Dad? Lying...
It's getting pretty late now. Pretty late.
Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters. The monsters who destroyed my home. They're just ordinary, petty human beings. Maybe I've even done the desert of... Oh, Sinuhe. My gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, but you couldn't do.
Nefer, it's okay.
I believe I remember you.
Yeah, but...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for... So, anyway, that's feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired.
Yes, if we can find...
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or...
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest...
Ah.
I didn't know you were clued up on...
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you...
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino, the spirit of...
That's boss enough for ya.
Sino's hardly a figure of a...
What about him? Is he...
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way.
Battery's low.
Please, this is the... Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take.
Yeah, I think after this I'm gonna stop and we are going to continue this tomorrow. Obviously I cannot stop right now because I have to finish this.
my depth here. I don't have anything to... I want to do the whole name drop.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King. One of the 7 pillars of King De... Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Never! Hey!
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him. I was tracking him. Then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be possible.
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item.
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his under... You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well all for the sake of the final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, as I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made with this chessboard in its container. I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis, every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to...
Okay, it's gonna continue, I think, and
Thank you all for being here.
My earphone wouldn't continue till then, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. I don't think I'm gonna continue this tomorrow. I'll finish this today itself and then get this over with. So thank you guys so much for joining. If you like the content, do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I'm gonna bring out a few awesome videos about this quest later on. See you guys later.